Okay, so let's remember how to divide fractions. So you notice at the top I've given you a problem that's just regular numbers like always, 12/20ths divided by 4/15ths. And the thing to remember is when you're dividing fractions, it's the whole same switch flip thing. So I'm doing 12 over 20. So that's going to write, that's the same part. You keep the first fraction the same. Switch means you change the division to a multiplication, and flip means that second fraction gets reciprocated, so it becomes 15 over 4. Now, just becomes like a regular multiplication problem, where you can do the same sort of a simplification as we did in the last video. So 12 and 20, those have a common factor of 4, so I'm going to knock this down to 3 and this down to 5. That first fraction can't be simplified anymore, nor can the second, but I can cross cancel the 5 that's here with 15 that's here. And then when I multiply these together, that gives me 9/4. So I'm going to do the same thing with the problems that are below. Now, I like to factor first, just like I always do. So the top of this first fraction, a squared minus b squared, is a difference of two squares. The bottom of the first fraction has a common factor of 3, and when I pull that 3 out, I'm left with a squared minus 2a plus 1, which factors into a minus 1 times a minus 1, divided by 4 times a plus b, common factor, and then a squared minus 1 is a plus 1, a minus 1. Now, when you're in division mode, you cannot cancel anything across yet. You can simplify individual fractions, but you can't cross cancel. So I cannot simplify right now the way this is. There's nothing to cancel, right? But when I do the same switch flip thing, same for the first fraction, switch to a multiplication, flip the fraction, that's second, now I can look for cross cancellations. So a plus b's go away, a minus 1's go away, and again, what I'm left with is not going to be bigger than quadratic, so I'm going to go ahead and just multiply that out in the end. So minus ab, a squared minus ab plus a minus b all over 12a minus 12. So let's do the second problem. 4x divided by x plus 6. 4x is 2 times 2 times x, essentially. So I'm just going to write 4x there. X plus 6. I'm going to go ahead and do the switching and factor the bottom thing and put it on top because I'm flipping at the same time I'm simplifying. So x squared plus 3x minus 18 is going to be x plus 6 times x minus 3. And then x squared minus 3x has a common factor. And then I cancel out things that are alike. So x plus 6's go away, x minus 3's go away, and these x's go away. By the way, as I'm looking at this, x could not be 0 or 3 or negative 6, right? Because those things appeared in the bottom of the fraction. Now, notice everything canceled except this number 4. So my answer is 4 as long as x isn't one of those three numbers. That basically means if I chose any number other than 0, 3, or negative 6, and plugged it in for all these x's, every single time that problem would simplify down to 4. So it's just a constant value the whole time. So when you're doing division, the rule is factor everything, get your excluded values, same switch flip, check for excluded values again, then simplify. And those are your answers.